I bet you didn't think you were gonna see me again. I'm just kidding. Hi guys, wow. Ow, sorry. I'm just kidding, imagine. Okay, anyway. Hi guys. Welcome to an episode of Drama. I know it's been quite some time, but honestly, I haven't been seeing any K-dramas that I've like cared about. But recently I watched the drama The Glory. This isn't like planned too well. I just have like the basic information about the drama down, and the rest is gonna come straight from my. It was released on the network Netflix, or not network, on the online streaming service Netflix. Where's my stuff at? Where's my stuff? Oh my god, don't trip. I found it. There's quite a few, but the main one I believe is going to be Angilho. The writer of the drama is going to be Kim Eun-suk. Kim. Okay, it's only 8 episodes and they released them all December 22nd. Nope, December 30th, 2022. Oh my gosh, she's trying. She's struggling, but she's trying. And per usual drama fashion, we're gonna read our favorite synopsis from Asian Wiki. Yes, you are correct. It says a high school student dreamed of one day working as an architect. She became a victim of high school violence perpetuated by her fellow students. She dropped out of high school because of the bullying. She then planned revenge on her tormentors and also the bystanders who did nothing. That student is now an adult. She has waited for the leader of her tormentors to get married and have a child. That child is now an elementary school student. The woman who was once a victim of school violence is now the homeroom teacher of her tormentor's child. Her cruel revenge plot begins in earnest. So this drama is about a high school student, Moon Dong-eun. I will give her, I don't know what I should give her nickname. Mamamoo. Okay, it's because I like Mamamoo, and that's the first thing that I thought of. So her nickname is going to be Mamamoo. So we have Mamamoo here. She is a high school student. She was just trying to get through life, save up some money because she wanted to be an architect, like Asian Wiki said. Her living situation wasn't the best, and she did not have much support from her family. I believe her mom was like a hairstylist, but she wasn't really in her life. And her father actually basically the beginning of the drama just showed us like her getting tormented by her bullies, and they would do so much as to get a curling iron. The main girl, what should we call her? We're gonna call her Mouse. I know. So basically, like, they were just showing us how Mamamoo was getting bullied, and it was physically. I honestly believe, I don't know, I probably was like wrong, and I probably thought too much into it, but I think it was somewhat like sexually too. Actually, it was. Do you guys remember the part where it's when I think they first showed us her getting burned by the curling iron? Little thug over here, I'll just call him Tattoos. Do you guys remember when she was getting burned by the curling iron? She was screaming and crying because obviously like that crap hurts. Colors, I'm gonna call him Colors. I'm so sorry. I know that's probably like mean because he can't see colors, but it is a fake show. So even though, you guys, when I found out this drama was based on a true story, so when she was getting burned by the thing, Colors, yep, his name is Colors, little fish. Colors told Tattoos like shut her up, like she's too quiet, and I'm like Tattoos starts to kiss Mamamoo, and I'm like, should I change her name? Because I don't want her to be like associated with like the actual Mamamoo. No, I have a better name. No, I don't call her that. Okay, her name will be Grim, and her love interest, my husband, his name will be Reaper. Yeah, because like Grim Reaper, because they're coming to like freaking kill these people. Oh, I love it. Okay, sorry you guys, as you can tell, we're a little rusty with these K-dramas. These was introduced to us, I want to say a little later in the drama. Yeah, like once Grim became an adult, that's when Reaper was kind of introduced to us. And I knew they're trying to be like slick and have him like behind her in the coffee shop, and I was like, I already know that like that's him. So Reaper, we got it. Reaper is a doctor. His mom is the director, I believe, of a hospital. So obviously he has coin. He has that ching ching, ka-ching ka-ching. Oh my god, what the heck is ching ching? We also can tell, well actually like not until later, but Grimm has some sort of like a dark past, or like he's a little off a little bit. That's Grimm. We love him. That actor. So moving on to the little evil bitches, aka the bullies. We have the main bully, which we're gonna call her Mouse. She was the main bully in this drama. Obviously, like, a bully is a bully, but she was like the main one that initiated all of this, which I don't even know why. There isn't even like a reason as to why she started like to torment freaking Grimm. She's a bitch, she's annoying, and she was stupid when they were younger. So, and she's dumb now. Okay, anyways, next person we have out of the bullies is going to be Colors. He is one of the guy bullies. He is colorblind, and he's insecure about his colorblindness. If you mention anything with colors, or if you mention that he doesn't know what color something is, he gets angry to the point where he probably would like murder you. He has a complex. Trash. Even though in the beginning I did think that he was gonna be like her savior. I can't remember if that was like him, but I thought there was a part where he was like looking at her like, oh, but then I was wrong because he was tormenting her just as well, and I'm like, you freaking gross-ish. Next person out of the bully is going to be Ishera. For Ishera, what should we call her? Oh, we're gonna call her Lollipop. Why? Because she was in the drama Bad and Crazy, and like her staple, she always was eating a sucker or like a lollipop. So yeah, Lollipop was a successful artiste, churchgoer, God-loving woman in the daytime, and at night she was a druggie. So yeah. And then we have, I'm gonna call her Wannabe. She's a wannabe because, and I knew this when I was watching the drama. I noticed there was like one girl that she didn't fit in with like the rest of them. Even though she would bully Grimm, there was just something about her where she didn't fit in. Like, so I was like, what's your deal? I honestly thought she was gonna help Grimm at some point, but that didn't happen, and I was like, oh, okay, so you're like one of those, like the people that they don't want to get bullied too, so they just go along with like the bullying no matter how bad it is. Don't be like that. Like, please don't. Bullying someone is, I never understood people that bully, and I know it comes from like insecurities and like hurt people, but like grow up. Like, don't be a bitch, don't bully people. Like the fact that like they tormented this girl, was in her apartment or her koshiwan, and like was just for, and it was for no okay, anyway. Wannabe, she is, what is she? I think her parents own like a dry cleaning service, but she just like married, she would marry like rich men, whatever. They dogged her out and they dogged tattoos out. Isn't it sad how like, and this is so crazy because it happens in real life. Well, yeah, whatever. People that are bullies or like horrible in high school, 8 times out of 10 they grow up and they're either, it's like there's no middle ground. They're either like horrible people when they get older, or they're a nurse. All the mean girls in high school are now nurses. Isn't that funny? And that's actually really true. I used to work, don't tell anyone, I used to work at a hospital, and there was a girl that worked there. She was a nurse, and I remember her from high school, and she wasn't nice. So I thought that was very interesting. Like while watching, I'm like, it's funny how they were all horrible people and they grew up and they're still horrible, but they're horrible with money, like living like their good life, not even thinking about like the crap that they did to this girl. The way the story was told was basically Grimm, she was getting bullied, you know, it sucked, wow, and there was a point where she was just like tired of it. So what did she do? She dropped out of high school. She decided to go like work, But while she did that, oh, because one of the teachers like didn't believe her and basically like allowed her to get bullied, and then he started like smacking her like in the office of the school, smacking her like over and over and over again. People were like, oh, like stop. First of all, it took them a while to get him to stop slapping her, but there was like, oh, like stop. And I'm like, just life wasn't going great for her. She was like, people were just treating her like poorly, and for what? She didn't even do anything. That's what I don't understand. Because when she dropped out of high school, she met with her bullies one more time, and she basically told Mouse like my dream is you. You're my dream. And I was like, she gets older. Now she's a teacher. Now she's ballin'. She's a ballin' bitch. She still was making it her mission to keep tabs on Mouse, and the way that it was shot, I really like it, because it was like she's writing letters to Mouse. Oh, today's your birthday. Like, she was keeping tabs on these people. She wanted to get all of them back, like revenge on all of them, but Mouse was the main one. Now when all this starts, Mouse was getting a, what is it called, like recognition for something in their high school, and Grim found out about it. So she was like, I'm gonna go, like just like the boss bitch that she is. So she went, and that was the first time that she came face to face with all of her peers again. Like, it was just, that scene was so good. And Mouse like was on the stage, and she was shocked to see Grim. She's a husband, she's a child, she's a news anchor, like her life is perfect. But then when because as you guys know, like real life drama or like whatever, bullying in Korea is like a big like no-no. If it's found out that your favorite idol like used to be a bully, like they have to do like a whole like apology, and like they get backlash. Like, it's a big thing, right? This girl Mouse was like, oh shoot, I can't have them know that I am a bully or was a bully, but to the extent of my bullying, I can't have that come out. She saw Grim, she was looking real grim, like walking like up the stairs of the school. Like, it was quiet, it was silent, like that. All of a sudden, do you guys remember, freaking Grim starts clapping like, wow, chika. For whatever reason, like that part, it wasn't like scary or anything, but it was like unsettling, because obviously like seeing her, like if anyone else saw her, they'll be like, oh, bestie. But because like we, the viewers and the other bullies, know that like this bitch is crazy, it was something like so haunting about that part. Can I just say, the actress Song Hye-kyo, I think, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing her name wrong. First of all, she is gorgeous. But second of all, she's playing this role so well, because she has to be very like emotionless and like I was gonna say broken, but I guess like kind of broken, and she's just playing it like so well. But her saying like congratulations, like wow, and the way Mouse was looking at her was like, you dumb bitch, I'm gonna get you at some point. That is like one part that is kind of like, it's so sad or so like frustrating, because in the drama, obviously us as the viewers, we see that they're like abusing this girl. Like the fact that they had inflicted so much like pain and like trauma in this poor girl, and they couldn't even remember who she was. I remember like when she first saw the bullies when they were adults in the gym, Lollipop was like, oh, what was your name again? And then she called her like some other name. Like they didn't even like know it was her until like they stared at her for a long time. And I'm like, that's messed up. The fact that you are basically like burned, literally branded on this girl, and like what they did to her is like forever in her mind, but they can't even remember who she is. That's horrible. One of the parts that I really liked, that sounds messed up, but like I don't care. One of the parts I really liked was when it was her what is it called in Korean? It was her Sundae. She got really close to him. There was one part where I guess he thought she was gonna like freaking like try to like seduce him, or he thought she was seducing him and she wasn't. And you know, they got really close, and he was supposed to pass like this certain test or whatever. So when he passed the test, he was going home to tell his dad, like, you know, I passed, like, I made it. He saw that, no, I'm saying it wrong. So do you guys remember there was a part where she was visiting someone, right, an older gentleman, and she had these flowers in her hand, and she was like, I'm gonna like blah blah, and the guy was looking at her and he was like, girl, who are you? And she was like, oh, like tall Grimmy, or like I'm Grim, I'm whatever. And he was like, because the guy that she's visiting was the homeroom teacher that was slapping her, that basically was like brushing off her her abuse. Okay, right when that is revealed, the little bitch's son comes up and was like, oh, like what are you doing here talking to Grim? Other plot twist, so Sunbae's dad is little bitch. And then when Sunday was like, oh, he can't have flowers because Grim tried to give him like the flowers, and Sunday was like, oh, like no, he can't have flowers, like he's allergic or like whatever. She was like, oh, like acting like she didn't know, but that she knew. She's so evil. But it's like they all deserve it. All of a sudden, little bitch goes crazy. He's like, don't trust her, that be like blah, blah. Cursing her out, trying to like attack her, and she was like, you don't want to tell him like what you did, essentially. So all of a sudden, right, we find out that little bitch is dead. Mind you, when I first started watching this, I was like, okay, hold on. I was like, are you like legit killing these people? Or like, I'm down for some revenge, but like killing someone, like no, like I don't want to. But we find out she didn't kill him. Technically, the son did. It's like I don't know, she's not manipulating people, because she's just telling them the truth of what happened to her and how these people played a part in her trauma, and those people do the work for her. Because she told the son, or she told somebody like, oh, your dad is a bitch, and he was like, oh yeah, like, you know what, he was like, I can't have this get out, like this will ruin like whatever he was trying to do. So he filled up their entire house, or his dad's house, with those flowers. He didn't open a window, and he just like basically watched his dad suffocate. I know, it's yeah. It's not funny, but like, you know, she doesn't kill them directly. She kills them indirectly, and I love that. I'm not condoning murder, but I'm also like, you know, I'm sorry, I'm literally everywhere, but it's because like this drama was just really cool. I really, oh my gosh. Okay, anyway, I don't remember how she ended up in the hospital. Oh no, she fainted or something like that. She fainted, she's in the hospital, and there was someone next to her. Reaper, oh my god, he got effed up. He was beat up. Yup, he got beaten up. I didn't understand why or how he got beaten up, but he did. And they were like next to each other, and like their hands were like about to touch, and I was like, oh my god, relax, calm down. They ended up meeting at that moment when they both opened their eyes slowly and gazed into each other's eyes, and he was like, oh, whoa, like 예쁘네, and she was like, oh, 잘생겼다, like, you know, tried to like treat her or like help her, because again, he's a medical student and the doctors at the hospital like know him. So he was trying to help her, but she was trying to take like everything off to get out, and they realized that she was malnourished. That's like so crazy. She wanted revenge so bad that she was neglecting her own like health, life goals to primarily get these people back. That's why you shouldn't bully people. You don't know who you're bullying. Like, you don't know. There's multiple reasons as to why you shouldn't bully people, but like from like a superficial level, it's like you don't know what people are capable of. They can be like this girl and like come and like snatch you up, or they can just freaking like kill you. You just don't know. So don't bully people. Don't. But you guys would never. I know you guys wouldn't. You guys better not bully someone. He became enamored by her. He was like, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. I want her like now. I love his character. Like his character on the outside seems so like funny and like goofy and like cute. As the drama goes on, we see that he's obviously dealing with like some stuff, especially when he received a certain letter on his desk. And his reaction, his reaction to said letter was like enough indication that like, you know, something has happened in his life where it was, oh gosh, traumatic to some degree. So yeah, hold on, let me put my fake moles on. Oh my god, that's too much. Okay, hold on. I don't know what I'm doing. And there's a game that she wants to learn how to play. The game was called Go, I believe. And because she used to watch all of like the ajishis or 할아버지's play in the park. 잠깐만요. Okay, sorry. This is the look. We all know that I'm not great at makeup. I'm just kidding. I'm like decent at makeup. I'm more of like a natural makeup now. Anyway, no one cares. So Reaper noticed that Grimm wanted to, she was interested in the game Go because she would watch all the ajishis like play like the game in the park. So he was like, do you want to learn how to play? And she was like, do you know, like, are you good? And he was like, bitch, yeah. So he was teaching her how to play, like as the seasons changed and as time went on, his love for her grew more and more and more. But she was just trying to learn how to play. She wasn't really trying to like look for anything because her whole like everything was just about trying to get revenge on the bullies, right? So basically she was like, I'm like, thank you, this was great, but like I'm leaving. And he was like, this was like a goodbye. And she was like, it is goodbye, like I'm going back. And she was going back to her hometown. She basically got the job, or she got a job as a elementary school teacher, preschool teacher. She made it where she was going to be Minnie Mouse's teacher. Talk about like, do you know how much you have to hate someone like to have all of this planned out, and the patience that you need for this? She had to wait and keep tabs on Mouse and therapy to see when they were having a kid, when, if or when they moved somewhere, where would their kid go to school. Like she had to do so much just to like so much, too much. When Mouse found out about that, the look on her face was glorious. The fear she had on her face when she realized that Grimm was her daughter's teacher, she was like, oh my gosh, she's about to kill my little girl. And honestly, like while watching, I was like, she's probably gonna kill that little girl. But Grimm would do like stakeouts outside of Mouse's and Therapy's house to see if she can get their trash. I don't know why she needed their trash to blackmail the principal. 그렇지. But when she was on her stakeout, she got caught by who? I'm gonna call her Counter. 사실 혹시 is that the lady from the Uncanny Counter? No, I'm gonna call her Noodles because in that drama she made noodles. I know, it's a great nickname. She wanted to help. At first it didn't seem like she was gonna help Grimm because she had the trash in her hand and she was like, I see you like all the time, like I'm about to call the cops on you. She was like, but I will help you if you help me. What did she want help with? You guys remember her husband was a piece of crap and he was beating her and her daughter. So she was like, I want you to kill my husband. And I was like, that's a big, like, it's a big request, freaking Noodles, but okay. Grimm was like, okay. That is when, you guys remember, they became a team. I don't suggest you watch like my K-dramas if you have not seen the drama yet. You're supposed to watch them and then come back so we can talk like biffles, okay? While Grimm was over here scheming and trying to like, you know, figure how to get these people to drag them down or to how to start her like revenge plan, we move over to the bullies and we see that they are all crappy people, to say the least. I can't even lie, you guys, I did feel bad for Wannabe, because you guys remember the part where they went over to Lollipop's house and they was like, you know, come over, like whatever. And Wannabe was at her parents' job, and she would take like expensive pieces of clothing from customers and she would wear them and then put them back when she was done. Well, she did it this time, and lo and behold, she got to the house and she was like, annyeonghaseyo, like it puts it, like I look cute, right? Mouse was like, hey Lollipop, isn't that like your dress or something like that? Turns out they did it as a prank. They bought an expensive outfit because they all have money, not Wannabe, and they put it to get dry cleaned, but it's because they knew that Wannabe was going to like take it, because most of her clothes she doesn't pay for because she doesn't have any money. So basically they wanted to remind her, like, you're not truly one of us, like you're just here because you listen, basically. And that part was so sad, and she almost started to cry, and then she like wiped her face and was like, what, don't let people treat you that way, that's horrible, it's so sad. But like also like she's allowing them to, so is it really that sad? No, I can't remember like what else happened. See, this is why I should have made it like as soon as like literally the day I finished watching it, but I didn't. Oh my gosh, you guys remember the part where she was because Minnie Mouse is colorblind as well. Oh yeah, because Colors is her real dad. Do you guys remember that? Which, okay, when I was first watching this drama, I didn't know who anyone was because I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to edit while watching the drama, so I missed like certain parts of it. So I remember there was a couple like having sex in the beginning, and I was like, but who was that couple? Now I remember. It was Colors and Mouse, and she got pregnant and had Minnie Mouse, and that's why she's colorblind. Little girl, little Minnie, was drawing with her friend, and the little girl was like, that flower should be certain colors, like it should be this color. And Minnie Mouse was like, no, it's green. And the little girl was like, no it's not, like there's no color there. I'm sorry, it's not funny. So Grimm like went over to the girls and was like, oh, like no, the flowers are pretty, like they're fine. But when she was doing that, Mouse came over and saw that she was hovering over her daughter, and Grimm saw this, so she like moved the scissors closer to the daughter, and I was like, damn, that's kind of messed up. It's not gonna hurt the kid, but just the fact that she, I don't know, I guess, is it messed up? I take it back, it's not messed up. She deserves it. Not the little girl, but like the mom. She's a bitch. Oh, do you guys know what? I actually feel sorry for Therapy. I feel sorry for him. I thought I wasn't going to, because I was like, anyone that's on their team, like the bullies team, like I don't care about. But I actually feel sorry for him because he's just an innocent, as far as we know, he's just an innocent bystander in all this. Like he didn't ask like for this. He's finding out that his wife cheated, or he hasn't found out yet, but I'm pretty sure he knows that like the wife cheated. Minnie is not his daughter because he's not colorblind, you know. So it's like, I kind of feel bad for him. And like for a split second, I wanted him and Grimm to get together, because like when they were playing like the little game, and he was like really into it, and she was just like, where's my money, you know? So I kind of felt bad, but then like I was like, there's like a lot of crap that happened that was prevalent, but like I guess I just like didn't care about it. Oh, no. We find out that there was actually another girl before Grimm that got bullied at their school, but she actually died. Remember? Okay, she's like, I know who killed her. And tattoos, because you know, remember she got close to tattoo, not close, but she was using tattoos like as like her little inside person, because Colors, they didn't treat him like well. He was just like their errand boy. They basically thrived off of people who were rich. Wannabe, she would like leech off of like rich husbands that she would meet. And Tattoos, he like worked for Colors. So it's like, so then you guys, was it like the hair from Minnie, like from the kid? I think so. He gave her like the DNA sample, and he was like, tell me like tell me who killed the girl, the first girl. I can't remember her name. He's like, tell me who killed her. She did. All of a sudden, we see tattoos getting whacked in the back of the head and dying. I thought that Grimm killed him, but she didn't. We find out, well, I'm guessing, these are my, okay, I'll get into my theories in a second, but we see that he's dead by Gunada, and everyone's like looking for him, not because they actually care, but just because like they're like, where are you? We need you, like we need your help with something. Oh my god, what else happened? Crap, I can't remember what I was talking about. Oh, when he died, she was just like whatever, she didn't really care, and I was like, oh, she didn't kill him, even though in the beginning I did think she killed him, but seeing her reaction to it, no. I can't think what else happened. Oh my god, that's all, right? I think that is all that I care about. That's the show. Oh my god, great. Towards the end, she started like letting cats out the bag, and she was like, yes, I did this, this is why, blah blah blah. Oh, she told therapy, because therapy found out, he wanted to know like, did his wife actually, was she actually like a bully, and like how bad it was. So he asked Wannabe, and Wannabe told him, and then that's when he met with Grimm. Last episode, that's when everything comes out. So then Mouse, she's getting desperate, you guys know. So she, I think, oh, she hired a private investigator. Yes. And the private investigator got like her house information, and then she was able to get her inside of her apartment, and she saw that Grimm lived right across the street from her and her family. And I was like, oh crap. At that point I was like, oh my gosh, because Grimm is always like one step ahead of everyone, even when you feel like she's not, she is. But at this point of the drama, when Mouse was in her apartment and she saw that like she was across the street from her, I was like, oh my gosh, like there's no like. But then the last few seconds of the drama, someone opens the door. Obviously we all think it's Grimm because that's her apartment. Who is it though? It's freaking therapy. Drama cuts off. Nada, it's over. We have to wait until March for the next part. There isn't really much that I disliked about this drama. I thought this drama was freaking amazing. The writing was good, the cinematography of the drama was really nice, the music, just all, I love it. Chef's kiss, great. The casting is perfect. Everyone fits their roles very well. I didn't talk about that much about like Grimm and Reaper, but I'll say that for like the next Omeki drama. Weirdly enough, like this drama is mainly like a revenge drama, but they're like adding in like little romance because, you know, typical K-drama fashion. But I surprisingly don't care about the the romance, not in a bad way, but it's just like, even when something is like, thing good is happening to Grimm, she still, it still feels sad. Like I don't know, it looks sad. There's a part where she was laughing when Reaper was like, oh, you should just date me, and she started laughing, but it felt and looked like sad. It gives you like a melancholy feeling whenever something good is happening to her, because like she hasn't experienced like happiness at all. So when she does experience it and she like shows it, it doesn't feel real. I don't know, I'm getting too deep. My theories for next season, for whatever reason, well, one theory, I think our lovely Grimm is going to die. I know that is a very bold statement, I'm sorry, but I just feel like her drive to defeat these people and get her revenge on them is so like strong. She can't see anything else. She literally only sees like them dying. So for whatever reason, I feel like that's going to be like her demise in a sense. While like she will get revenge on her bullies, she's also going to end up punishing herself. I don't know, do I want that to happen? Of course not. I want her to live and be happy with Reaper, but for whatever reason I don't see that happening. For Reaper, I honestly didn't like think about him that much, but I think maybe he will, I think he's gonna end up killing somebody like directly. Like maybe it could be the the guy that killed his dad, but that's like kind of cliche. What if he ends up killing therapy? Right? Because like we know he has like, he doesn't have anger issues, but he has like problems, you know, because like his whole drawer of like knives and stuff, right? No, you know who? Okay, wait. So if Grimm doesn't die, you know who I do think actually will die? I believe Noodles might pass away. I think she might die. She's like the fun-loving character. She's one of my favorite characters because she's just so like uplifting right now, and I feel like she's gonna get too like, not cocky, but too so like into like her stalkingness. She might like die, you know? Ooh, what if Mouse goes to jail because she allegedly killed the first victim? So like, what if she goes to jail for it? My theories are like, it's either like everyone dies or everyone's alive but they all go to jail. It's so like basic. And I also watched like a director's cut, or a commentary and reaction on Netflix Korea. It was really cool watching the writer and also the director talk about like certain decisions that they made while shooting this drama. Finding out that one of like the most iconic scenes is when Mouse and Grimm met in the classroom. That was actually their first time meeting like in general, like on the set. So like the awkwardness and the tension that we feel while watching it is actually like real. Tell me your theories and your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section below, because I need someone to talk about this with. Let's all like theorize something together about this drama. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I will see you guys later. 봐주셔서 감사합니다.